gotta turn the mic on first.
My English sucks, but I'm here interviewing the IFBB Pro.
She said my English sucks. Your English is wonderful. My Brazilian sucks. My Portuguese.
Yo,
The
it's
Portuguese.
a
Bom
whole different thing.
dia.
Bom dia, amigas. I love when you say that.
Bom dia, amigas. Obrigada. De nada. Cidade.
Sim. Mais um.
Mais um.
By me already, I think. Hi, my name is Petrini. I'm the CEO of Vita Cleaning Company. And today, my helper and guest is the one and only, my redhead twin, Kimberly Sayers, my personal trainer, my friend, the best. So shout out to her fitness studio in Burlington, New Jersey. And since we're driving, I always do that where I ask people questions just to pass time. So, oh, you're totally fine. All right, so tell us about one personal item you carry with you every day.
My car keys.
Yes. That's a must-have.
I'm sorry, I don't know. My cell phone. I don't really have a personal item. I'm kind of like
a favorite keychain, anything, like, I don't know.
Well, I just bought one when I went to Italy. It's a little duck.
Oh.
Yeah. It was expensive as hell.
I think I always carry my the lip balm.
Yeah, see, I don't do any of that stuff. I do carry Aquaphor though.
Yeah, that's useful. What do you do for fun?
I run a business, girl. That's the fun.
That's adult fun.
I get no time for fun. No, seriously though, what I do for fun. I like to go to the beach, swim. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I do like to diamond art for fun.
That's good.
I diamond art.
You're a great artist.
Yeah, diamond art. And I watch anime.
Ooh, what anime do you watch?
Well, the Demon Slayer put me on, and Nezuko is my girl. But I just got done watching Solo Leveling, and I'm like, everybody needs to watch that. It is so relevant to life in general, and you replace resilient with willpower. So I feel like resilient sometimes get a negative connotation, and I think willpower is what really replaces that. So yeah, it's really good. I'm excited. The Demon Slayer movie comes out on Friday.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Tuesday I'm gonna go see it.
So, what are your fit goals at the moment?
Well, if you've been watching my channel on the tube,
make sure you follow that, because I've been subscribing and I've been watching her videos and I'm having fun like watching her vlogs.
I'm in prep now, so I took 17 months off, and I actually hopped into prep at the end of July. And so what, I'm 7 weeks and some change out of my first show since 2023. So my fitness goals is to come in tight and right for this show. So I'm excited. If you don't know, I do wellness for the IFBB. I'm in, as Patriny said earlier, an IFBB pro. So I've done every division, but this is the first time I'm really honing in on my wellness booty.
So then, what kind of difference do you notice between posing, like prepping for bikini category and prepping for wellness?
So bikini for me was in 2012. So that was like 1,000 years ago. My last showing was wellness, and then before that was figure. So the difference between those two is I don't have to come in as hard, but I still need to come in super lean. So my trouble area is definitely my quads, my hamstrings, and my glutes to bring in. So that's what we really had to focus in on. So over the last 17 months, I've just been training them like crazy. I do legs 3 times a week.
And how's that like for example, for somebody that's used to do like upper body or even full body exercise, then just like focus on quads. How's the recovery since you're working out those areas like more often than like for me, like a regular just worker that not every day.
Not every day. Yeah. So the recovery actually isn't that bad. I do invest in getting recovery work done because of that reason, since I do hit legs 3 times a week. They are different. I do hit quads one day, and then glutes, and then hamstrings and calves. And no, you can't just completely solidify one area, because the other areas become a secondary movement, a secondary muscle. So, but you can make that one exercise focus in on that one particular muscle as the primary. So doing that, I make sure I give myself enough time in between. So I'll do glutes on Tuesday. I give myself at least 2 days to recover. I do quads or hamstrings on Friday. I give myself all day Saturday, and then I do again either quads or hamstrings on Sunday, and then I give myself Monday to recover. The leaner I get and the more into prep I'm going, it definitely is a lot harder and takes a little longer to recover because I'm not taking in as many calories, and my nutrition is a little low. So that's tough, but in real life when I'm out of season and I'm being fed to build, then the recovery really isn't as long. It doesn't take as long. But getting work done, especially being the age that I am, getting work done is like super important. Super important. So.
And do you feel like working on your mind is as important as working on your body, with all that going on, both are side to side, working both side to side, and that can be a challenge sometimes.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. Your mind can literally destroy or complete you. It's insane to realize that people don't work on the mind. They think that the body is going to follow the body, when in real life the mind is what sets the pace. And when you truly believe in yourself, you're going to do things that you honestly didn't even know was capable of happening. Like you can set a goal and then realize, oh my God, I just surpassed that in a time that I didn't even know I could, and grow. It's so awesome to watch when people actually realize their own power mentally.
Yes, because there are some people that sometimes, even though they're pushing and pushing, it's never not enough. Like
Right.
they feel that they have to do better, but
Right.
they forget to celebrate where they are physically, and just like, hey,
You never are going to prove yourself wrong, right? So if you're telling yourself you can't do it, or you're telling yourself that that's not for you, or you're telling yourself, well, why not me, or woe's me. When I say why not me, it's more of like, yeah, why not me, right? Like,
why
I could do that. I can be this person. I can, make this much money. I can drive this car. I can do that. Like, can't is no longer in the vocabulary.
Yeah, believing in yourself first,
Yeah.
and like believing you're capable of doing it, just like kind of erases all that,
Yeah, when you start to
all
feel
the negative self-talk, just like,
Yep.
Dims that.
And when you start to feel better, you do better, right? So even if you are a full-time parent, right? And I don't want to say just a mom, because you have dads out there too. When you're a full-time parent, plus you have a full-time job, working out or doing anything activity-wise may seem almost impossible. Go for a walk. If you do that 5 times a week for 10, 15 minutes, you take the dogs out or the kids or whatever it may be, you're giving yourself that understanding in your body to get into a routine that maybe you didn't do before. So now you're doing 3 weeks, let's say 3 weeks, you give yourself that. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, now I feel better. I want to eat better. Okay, so now everybody starts eating better. And then it trickles down into, oh, now I have time to go and take this walk. Now I can find a gym that has daycare because it's important to me to feel this way, because I realize I have more energy for my children. I have more energy for my job. I'm not as irritated quickly. And that's becomes a huge mental game, right? So your body will follow where your mind leads it, period.
Yes, because a lot of people. I know a lot of bodybuilders or people that we see online that they beat depression because they started gaining that confidence and working on themselves and feeling well, physically, mentally, and some people just see that as like, oh, that could never be me and all the thing. But when they start doing it, it's life changing.
Yeah. Because I mean, you look at social media, it kind of sets sometimes an unrealistic
Bar.
Yeah, like it's just like not for nothing. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur and I make my own hours, I do my own thing, but I'm also just like everybody else, in a sense. Like I still have to go to the gym, I still have bills I have to pay. Yeah, like even though I'm a professional bodybuilder, I don't have sponsors that are covering my shows, that are paying for X, Y, and Z. I am super blessed in a sense of having a great squad around me when it comes to my show day itself. Like I have my girl Michaela who comes out and she's like my show mom. She makes sure my hair is good, my mental is good. She'll grab my coffee for me so I don't have to worry about doing that. Like little things like that I'm super blessed for. I am sponsored by Decked in Diamonds. She's out of upstate New York and I've been with her for almost 10 years and she does all my suits for me, so I'm a sponsored athlete that way, which ladies, these suits are expensive.
They are. They're so beautiful.
They are so beautiful. But if you can, find a suit sponsor, or I would just suggest putting some money away every week, so that once you get into season,
start saving for the heels.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about feeling the pressure financially when it comes to getting everything that you need to get. So that is my suggestion.
The prep is also like financial prep.
Oh yeah, that's very much so. So just make sure you're saving and putting money away. So
yeah, that is fact. Okay, next question. If you could choose like a favorite exercise or a favorite session, what would you choose?
Oh, that's a hard one. Oh no. Okay, so right now, again, if you're watching the channel, I have mic'd up with Nicolette on Tuesdays usually, and we do glutes. So right now, I think that's probably one of my favorite sessions, because I'm learning so much about the different glute movements. Yes, I'm a personal trainer. Yes, I've been doing this for a really long time, but it's really cool to see what other trainers and IFBB pros bring to the table to educate, because I'm a student of the game. So I'm kind of excited with that, even though I'm in prep and I'm like dying every time I do glutes with her. It's cool to keep learning, because once you change a little bit of your foot placement or your knees, and just understanding when they say lead with the chest and not lead with the chest, what that actually feels like, then it becomes like a totally different game.
That's a game changer, because when you started training, training me, and I was like, do you feel this muscle? You have to work this muscle. I was like, I'm working this muscle. I'm just not lifting my arms and waiting for that hits different, y'all. I swear.
My favorite question is, so what muscle do you think you're working? Like, that's the question I like to ask.
Yes, because when you feel it, it's the same when I think every time I go to the gym and I start posing and checking what muscle I worked and all the pump, I'm like, let me flex this one muscle because I worked for an hour on it and I'm feeling that specific area. It's different. Or when you're exercising, okay, I'm working hamstrings, but I have to make sure my feet are aligned so I can really feel it working. I think it's a whole body reading, it's a muscle reading. Yeah. It's different.
The muscle to mind connection is real, so you should be able to flex it without even having any weight. And when you can do that, then everything else is a walk in the park, because you know what muscle you're actually targeting. It's not just I'm going in here and I'm doing legs, and all of a sudden you're like, why do I just feel it in my knees?
Weights are not as important when you don't have that body awareness, okay? That's something I've been learning and internalizing. No, you have to do the right position, the right thing, because imagine you think you're working shoulders, but actually you're doing your bicep.
yeah, or your back or something. And you're like, I don't understand why I always get injured here, because you're overtraining. Your body is, every time you go in and do back, your shoulders are massive, and that is how you know you just work shoulders. You're not even touching your lats. So that's funny. That's very true.
Okay. Bulking or cutting?
I hate the bulking word. I hate it because I feel like it gives the freedom for people to be like, I'm going to eat this burger and ice cream. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. When in reality, what you're doing is a building phase, right? So we want to replace bulking with building. You're always in a building phase. I think it's the verbiage that we use that destroys us. So if we can say, okay, I'm constantly building, right? So when I'm out of season, people are always like, I can't do what you do because I love food too much. I'm like, well, you don't know me. Because so do I.
True, you've been eating coxinhas and
What are the other things? The
chicken lasagna.
Oh my God. Sidebar, I realized that all Brazilians' sides are carbohydrates.
Yes.
I don't even know if they believe in vegetables. But I'm here for it. I was just
Brazilian diet. Yeah, Brazilian diet is different.
I can't wait to go back. I'm kidding.
Girl,
But
if you went to Brazil. Because like I've been feeling that I think with the way people eat here, it's so different that what I'm used to in Brazil. Like even though we have like all the chicken lasagna and all that, we have more whole foods.
Oh, yeah,
and I think the quality is better.
Too, right? So quality for me is more than quantity. So if I'm going to have pizza when I'm in my building season, I'm going to make sure I go to my favorite pizza spot. I'm not just going to have Domino's because my friends ordered it. No, I'm not doing that. Same thing with like tacos and ice cream. I go to parlors that I really like that make it in-house and only get a small. Sometimes I do get a medium, I'm not going to lie. But it's just one of those things where it's like you start to appreciate quality over quantity and you really begin to take into consideration what you're actually eating. So yeah, I'll have a steak, right? But I'll have it from one of my favorite steakhouses. Yeah, I'll do the garlic butter and all the things, but again, it's not just me grabbing it from Joe Schmo up the street where their quality of meat may be not that great. So I prefer building over the bulking phase. Now cutting, I feel like if you've got a set goal of some sort, like for myself competing, or summer's coming, or you have a birthday or a vacation, do it with intelligence. What does that mean? That means please don't cut out all of your carbs. That means don't starve yourself, because once you go into that vacation or that birthday or that summer, the moment you decide to add something fun back into your day, your meal, you're gonna blow up. You're gonna get constipated. You're gonna feel uncomfortable, and then that defeats the whole purpose of your cut, right? So it's just about making sure you do an educated cut. And if you don't know, there are so many educated individuals out here that can help you with understanding that just invest. It'll save you time and money and the yo-yo diets and all that stuff, because that's what it is. A cut for me is considered a diet. I do not consider my lifestyle and eating healthy a diet. So again, it's about the verbiage and really understanding what you're getting yourself into.
A lot of times, a lot of people think that, it's not even the thing that to be on a good physique, you have to starve yourself.
Yeah.
Or often they can't fight the cravings.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I love this cake, but should I stop eating cake because I'm on a diet?
Well, the cravings come from the lack of what you're getting, right? So especially if you're craving cake, that means that you just need some carbs or sugar to get through the day. It's energy based. So if you can have your protein and then have a carb with it, sweet potato, brown rice, quinoa, something of that nature, even like with avocado, you could do peanut butter, all those fun things. Your body's not going to crave the sweets and sugars as much because it's getting what it needs to get through the day. And once you can do that, then having that slice of cake or having that, ice cream or something of that nature makes life a lot simpler. And you don't feel as guilty because you're not eating it all the time, right? And if you are training and you're in your build phase, your body is easily going to be using those lack of calories, in a sense, like your cake, more efficiently. You burn it more efficiently when you have more muscle, so it doesn't hit the same. Like if I had a piece of cake or a cheesecake or ice cream, it's not going to affect me the same way it would somebody who doesn't train. So it's just about understanding that when your body craves certain things, it's because it's lacking in certain things.
And is it true that carbs equals energy?
Yes.
When you're eating? And then,
Well, it depends on the carb.
yeah, I was about to ask, like, how does that, how does that align with the low carb or no carb diet? Like, how's that?
So I think it all depends on what your goal is. It's such a loaded question because
At the same time, I see like people, oh, I must not eat carbs and all that. But if carbs are energy,
well, they do keto, so they'll go ahead and have more fats, which is also a source of energy, and it gives you more in that sense. But again, a fat is a fat, right? So it can still be stored as fat, even if it's a good fat. So it's just about understanding what your goal is, even what like your body type is, and how your body responds to low carbs or high carbs, no carbs, fats. It's just that's a very loaded question in a sense. It just depends on where you're at and what you want to do. Do I think cutting it all out is a good idea? No. Because they all have a purpose, right? You have your carbs, your fats, and your protein. Your protein is that builder. Okay? It's what keeps your muscles repaired. And you don't want to pull energy from your protein.
speaking of protein, should we take whey protein every day after training, before training? That's a common question.
I know
between us dummies, first timers.
There's so many mixed reviews, so I don't want to get booed, on this one. I think that you should eat your food, okay? If you can have like a piece of chicken or some shrimps or something along those lines, like actual food after you're done training, awesome. But if the powdered protein is a lot easier for you, or even like some of these protein shakes are a go-to, cool. But there's mixed reviews, right? You have to do it less than 30 minutes after you're done your workout, or it doesn't count, you're wasting. But then you have people who are like, it doesn't matter.
I've heard people saying like, oh, you have to take, I don't know, a whey shake or something like that at least an hour after training. I'm like, okay.
I was gonna say, in all honesty, I don't know. I've heard both. I do both, so I can't even say that I'm
There's not a rule.
Yeah, I think it just depends on you, in all honesty, because like personally for me right now, my post-workout meal is egg whites and Dave's Killer Bread with some peanut butter, and I just wait till I get home to eat it. So you're looking at least 40 minutes, because sometimes I'll stop at the store or whatever it may be. So I don't know. That's a loaded question. I'm not trying to get veto.
Yeah, you don't need to be very specific. I'm just asking like, basic, just a basic.
Just eating your protein and your carbs over actually having a protein shake. But again, it's preference.
Why do people tend to care about the weight on the scale? Really, I think that like a lot of people buy me already. I think.
Oh, shit.
Okay. We are back. Jinx. Okay. So, what to do if there's little motivation?
Woo, it's a good one. All right, so you gotta find discipline. Why are you doing it? What's your why?
Target.
Yeah, like what's your why? Because motivation leaves very early in the game. So if you're not disciplined and have a purpose on why you're in there, because your purpose should be that you're creating longevity in life.
Like
right?
doing it for health and not just for motivation.
Right.
Because, I think sometimes it's tricky because we tend to, oh, I feel so good, I'm going to train. And then when you're not on your best, you'll be like, I'm skipping the gym, skipping life, skipping everything. No, don't do that.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Even if you don't feel like completely training, go outside and go for a walk. Do something physical, because I promise you, you always feel better when you're done. You will always feel better when you're done.
I think on those days you don't want to go to the gym, that's the days you need to go to the gym, because the dopamine, I swear, it hits hard.
Yeah.
It hits harder on those days.
I agree 1,000%. Yeah. Discipline should be your superpower. Just remember why you're doing it, why you're getting up, why you're, taking that initial move. And just remember that it's not a punishment, right? It's not something that has to be, oh my God, I'm going to the gym again. Like, no, you should be thankful and blessed that you're able to make that movement and go to the gym. So just remember your why. That's the best thing I can say, your why and that discipline.
Yeah, so we can carry our grocery bags when we get older.
One trip.
Yes, one trip.
We do this.
Lift the kids, the grandchildren.
Yeah.
Do not depend on anyone to sit on the toilet. That's what I think. Like I think on my, 80 years old, 70 years old, I will keep walking, I'll run, I'll jog, I'll do whatever. I'll wash my dishes without aching and feeling achy, just like one of my grandmothers. One used to wake up at 5 a.m., sweep the front yard, the backyard, feed the chickens, always on the move. And then she was getting lunch at 10 a.m. After doing all that, always on the move. And then the other was just like, oh my God, my joints, oh my God, my arms, she developed arthritis because of, yeah. And then the other one, guess who lived longer, the one that made movement every day and stayed consistently on the move. And she would walk to school because she was learning how to write and read at 70 something. So she would walk to school. Yeah. So always on the move. I used to go with her. And then always on the move. She lived until her 93.
Wow.
While the other was a smoker, and she was, all the health issues. She died at 79 or something like that. So 10 plus, 10 more years.
Adding years onto it.
Yeah, so the healthier you are, so you're not gonna be so healthy when you're just vaping and eating unhealthy food. Okay.
Yeah.
So and not moving.
Stay motivated.
And yeah, just motivation.
reason.
I think motivation comes after the training, really, because
Yeah.
then you'll be
once you start to see the change
all the
occur,
energy.
Once you see the change occur, you're almost like, oh my God. Okay. And then that feeling of it being extra work is no longer there. That leaves. Because now you're doing it for a lifestyle, not because it's a fad or because you have to do it.
And then when you start going consistently, the day you don't want to go, it's your body's let's go, but
Yeah.
let's go. And then your mind just go to the gym, just do it. And then you just if you go, you see that you needed that. And if you don't, you'd be just going downhill, starting over again and waiting for the next motivation.
Yep. And then you build the more consistent you are too, the more you get to create a gym culture and a gym family that will also start to check up on you. So if you don't show up for a few days, they're gonna be like, hey, so did you switch times? Are you good? You'd be surprised.
Yeah, you start looking at each other you're here. Yeah. You came, you made it. Yay. Yeah, that is true. That's true. And you kind of create a community, but from afar, you're kind of rooting for each other because you're seeing each other at the gym consistently. It's funny.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's definitely a good time. And then you again, are building this healthier culture for yourself that keeps you, again, more motivated because you get to see your friends at the gym. Sounds silly, but I feel no matter how old I get, that'll be something that'll be fun for me. It's being able to get a chance to see everybody progress and get a chance to talk to them, and then you start to realize, okay, they have children, or they have this, or they went through that, and it's you have more similarities than you think, and not everybody in the gym is mean. We just look mean during our set.
Everybody's just focused on their own thing. For example, me, I'm full of, it's my moment. I just want to listen to music, do the exercise, but at the same time, I want to feel better, and I'm all there. But at the same time, if I look at somebody, I'll automatically smile like, and then I'll just go back to my serious face.
Yeah.
But everybody's just the same thing. And don't be afraid to ask for help in the gym, all right?
Just don't do it while we're in the middle of our set.
Yeah, no, wait. Yeah, wait for the person to be finished, and then you just, hey, can you help me with this machine? And if you don't know how to do an exercise well, and the person that was using that machine before knows, reach out for help.
Yeah, ask. The front desk is there to help you. So if you don't know how to use a machine, if you don't know how to move it, if you don't know where it's at in the gym, especially if you're brand new to the gym, please go to the front now.
That was my biggest fear. Like, oh my God,
just go do cardio?
Will I look stupid with this machine? And then
nobody cares in that sense. Like, if you're like, okay, listen, like, there's certain machines when we go to new gyms, and I'm like, I don't know how to use this. Like, can you please show me? And they're like, absolutely, this is fun.
Or if you're at a new gym, don't be afraid to ask the front desk to make you a quick tour to the machines, because there were times that I skipped an exercise because I had no idea where the machine was.
Yeah, we don't want to cut our workout because we don't know where a machine is when there's people at the front desk for that reason.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Then once you learn where the machines are, you can help out other people.
Yep.
So
I used to be that. Yeah. I used to be there. Don't worry. Yeah. Like, I still ask. There's certain machines that are new at the gym I go to, and sometimes I'm like, I have no idea how to even remotely start. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's a simple calf raise, but I have no idea. What? I gotta pull the lever back. This is crazy.
I'm glad your app has the videos, so I'm like making sure I'm doing the right thing at the right place. So, okay, I'm not. The fear of looking stupid.
I know, and that's another thing.
Oh my God, like this, I don't embarrass myself. I used to have anxiety at the gym because I was there like, oh my God. I used to have this irrational fear of everyone looking at me doing the exercise all wrong, and that's just, that goes to that motivation and confidence, what we were talking about. Like, once you get the confidence, you're just like, I don't care, I'm gonna do it, and if I don't know, I'm gonna watch a video, ask somebody. But until you get to that point, it's so challenging. Like,
and I totally understand. I totally get that. I'm never gonna say no, that's stupid, you shouldn't feel that way, because I get that it's intimidating on a lot of levels. However, you just don't want it to prevent you from like reaching your goals. So that's why there are people there to help you with that, and to make sure that you get what you need from them, because you are potentially going to be a part of their gym culture, right? So
I think everyone started like that, and then even if you think people didn't, they did.
Oh, we did. You should have seen me. I would go into the gym when I first started at 5:30 a.m.
I know people that took their mom to their first time.
Yeah, now you can't catch me at the gym at 5:30 a.m. I need like 3 meals in me before you can.
Oh, I want to go back to 5:30 a.m. because the night. Oh my God, going at night in the evening is just so challenging for me. Not even because of the crowd, but it's just like I worked, I cleaned like 3 to 4 houses, and then going to the gym. So I just rather go to the gym and be all pumped up for the day, and just like, I'm invincible and I can do like 3 to 4 houses and then go back to bed.
Yeah. And then go back. That's going to be me today. Yeah. I'm like, let's see how my body responds. I got glutes later.
Alrighty, so we made it. Thank you, Kim, for this interview.
Beautiful.
Right? We're going this way.
Thanks for stopping in. If you'd like to see more of the Q&A, please let me know below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Later.